All right, yo, I'm back a little bit, man. Like this is just a piggyback off of me talking about the goddamn assistance from my y'all are done series, and it got me, to be honest, it got me a little bit heated, man. Like thinking about it. All right, so hear me out for a minute, and man, if you want to support the goddamn growth of this channel, man, I'm gonna put links in the bottom of the description. But as if you want to. But piggybacking off of that shit, or like let me add on to this whole thing about bitches being on assistance, right? Hear me out. When it comes to y'all, us black people as a whole, in my opinion, this was the perfect opportunity for black women to be able to take advantage of these government assistance programs in order to lift black people, the community, up out of poverty, up out of the fucked up situations that we're in as a whole. And I'm gonna get into it, right? So, if these women were smart, what they would have done is, instead of them creating cliques and circles and shit like that, them talking shit about men all day, and them talking shit about how men ain't shit and how we gonna use the assistance to basically get back at them and to basically leech off of their asses, what they should have done is they should have done this. They should have said, okay, since we see that these government programs and these government assistance institutions and shit like that are in place for us women to basically give us free fucking money, free housing, free all of this. They should have capitalized off of that. And what I mean by that is, going back what I was saying, they should have took all that money, stashed it, because I just got done, I was watching Angry Man fucking podcast and shit. Shout out to him. And he basically was saying the same thing that I was saying in my y'all are done shit, because it makes fucking perfect sense. Right? What they should have done is they should have said, okay, we're gonna go and apply for these benefits, right? Because it's basically money that we're giving away for fucking free. And alright. Because it's basically money that they're giving to us for fucking free. We ain't gotta work for it. We ain't gotta do anything for it. All we got to do is just have a fucking child. So, what they should have done is they should have came together as black women. Since y'all want to say y'all so strong and smart and intelligent, this is how y'all blew a perfect opportunity to make way more money than these fucking programs was giving y'all to begin with. And when the programs shut it down, like they are now, y'all would have still been making way more money than the programs were giving you before they shut down. Because you would have been making money outside of those programs, like I said. So what they should have done is they should have took that money, all these TANF checks, all of these emergency food stamps and shit like that, free money that y'all get depending on what state you live in, to where some states just literally cut checks for these women. Just raw free money, tax-free money on top of that, right? Let me get to my spot real quick. I'm gonna further go in on it, because it just got me heated, man. Because y'all females blew a perfect opportunity to really, quote unquote, lift black people up. And to the ones who say that y'all fucking pro-black and shit like that, alright, that's it. To the ones who say that y'all are pro-black and shit and want to see the black community fucking thrive and just doing more than just surviving, y'all, this is the motherfucking, this right here, the blueprint that I'm gonna lay out on y'all would have been a perfect way to get black people out of the shit that they're in now. But you see, y'all didn't follow it because y'all didn't think about this blueprint. So going back to what I was saying, y'all should have came together, formed a coalition to take advantage of these benefits,
that y'all are getting, and instead of investing in it in y'all, instead of investing in yourselves, trying to make yourselves look good and all that shit, y'all should have took that money, stashed it, and then took more of that money that y'all were getting for free, and then put it into something that would generate you money outside of those government assistant programs, like I said. And then when that money generator is over there giving you an X amount of money, take that money and invest it back into the fucking community. Like, make enough money to where you find somebody who is business minded and, you know, want to start a business to help black people, want to start something, basically create jobs for black people, create an economic structure for black people, because when you have a strong economic structure, then that's when the money in the community is going to continue to circulate. Try your best to have black owned businesses like what Jay-Z's doing and all these other black people. Create black owned businesses, right? Even if it come to, like, you know how y'all black women love weave and all that shit, have a business to where it's black people that's selling the weave, right? I mean, I personally don't condone it, but the whole weave thing. But if you want to make, but at the same time, you are making money on the back end from it, and it's not going into the hands of other fucking races and other communities, because that's the first thing that black women and black people do in general, is they take the money and then they take the money that was given to them outside of the community just for them to give it right back to them, right? Just for them to be able to spend the money and give it back to the same people that gave it to them for free in the first fucking place. So what they should have done is taken that money, created black owned businesses, created things that would help them generate money, have multiple money generators inside of the black community, and then influence black people to be able to spend money in the damn black community. Keep the money circulating so that way the black economic structure will become more stronger and more of a force to be fucking reckoned with, right? Because we have no black economic structure right now, and if we do, then it's nil, it's fuck, right? And then whenever the black economic structure becomes powerful and, you know what I'm saying, strong enough to where it can hold up its own because the money is circulating in the community, like little money as possible is going outside of the community and outside of those businesses. Because this is how corporations work, black women. How corporations work is they try their hard to keep in and rake in as much money as possible, but at the same time trying to mitigate as much money as they, hold on, what I'm trying to say, they rake in as much money as possible and give out as little money as possible. Why do you think that majority of the jobs that would cost way more to pay people over here in the Western Hemisphere are being shipped overseas to people that are working at these exact same jobs that these corporations would have to pay people a decent amount, a living wage, even though they're not. But say like these Google jobs, Apple jobs, all these other type of jobs, like the motor industry, the GM and shit like that. Those fucking jobs are being shipped overseas, being shipped to Mexico, being shipped to all these other places to where they can pay these workers barely any fucking wage for them to live, like $1 a day and shit like that. Because that's the area that they are trying to cut costs in. That is the area that they are trying to use as a way to save as much money as possible. They're trying to have much money come into their corporation, into their business as much as possible, versus them shelling out money as much as possible. So how come we didn't have that fucking mindset? How come y'all black women who went into these damn government assistant offices didn't go in with that mindset? To be like, well, let me take as much money in as possible that they're giving away for fucking free, and use that money to keep inside of the community, and just basically use that same amount of money to create something that would generate me more money that is still in the community, right? And then once the fucking economic structure of the black community becomes powerful and shit like that, better than Black Wall Street, better than Tulsa, Oklahoma, better than Sanford, Florida, all that shit. Then that's when you get into the political part of the black community. You take that exact same amount of money that you invested in economically and invest in black people. Because at that point, black people are going to be more business minded and they're going to be, spending money within their community. So it's cycling, right? And then not only you putting black people to work, having black people, creating jobs for black people, black owned businesses and shit like that. Then that's when those same black owned businesses and those black owned corporations that you built off of the same assistance money that you got from the fucking government, right? You take that fucking corporate money that you fucking earned and you invest it into a black politician who is strictly for, who is trying to push agendas that is going to benefit the black community. And then you take that black politician and then you put him in big government. That's how this shit works, man. I'm telling you, dude. I am only 25 years old and this is how it fucking works, man. Because in the military, what the military does is they have contracts with defense contracted corporations like Lockheed Martin, Halliburton. I think one of them is like called Northrop Grumman. I don't even remember his name. But these are all defense corporations. And the military sees that these defense corporations, are creating and supplying them with the equipment, with the weapons and all this other shit that they need. Like majority of the guns in the military is made by Heckler and Koch, HK, Remington, Mossberg, all that shit. These are all corporations. These are all companies. This was the perfect opportunity, man. Thinking about it now. This was the perfect fucking opportunity for y'all women. And y'all women say y'all want to be leaders, right? Well, this right here would have been perfect to show your example of leadership. And then y'all could have came back to the community and y'all could have handed that shit to the men that y'all say y'all so-called care about. Even though y'all turn around and say men ain't shit anyway. So that shit wouldn't have happened to even fucking begin with. So what y'all could have done is, y'all say y'all want men to be leaders and shit like that. Well, with that exact same blueprint that I just laid out to y'all, y'all could have done that shit, followed that blueprint, went back to the black man who's down and said, look, we created this shit for y'all and we're going to force you to be a leader. We already got the money. We already got the shit in place. All you got to do is just lead. And we're going to support you every step of the way, right? But nah, that didn't happen, man. It's just so fucking sad, dude. And now that these programs are shutting down, hey, if they come back, then I wonder if they come back, will black women see this shit and look at it as an opportunity to really make a difference in their so-called community. It's got these motherfucking contradictory ass pro-black women that say they want to see black success, they want to see black excellence. Well, these government assistant programs is your way to capitalize to see black excellence. This is your fucking opportunity. Well, it was, but if these programs don't come back, then you fucked up. You took it like you didn't realize the real big advantage of it. You took only a little slice of cake, not realizing that you had something that was in place for you to be able to have our own bakery. Instead of you having that mindset to own your own bakery, you only saw the little slices of cake that they were giving you. And you came back and wanted more and wanted more and wanted more. Instead of creating your own motherfucking idea on using that exact same blueprint that they're using to create your own bakery and create your own chains of bakeries. But this is some bullshit, dude. This is some bullshit. Like Angry Man said, they should have used that assistance as a perfect way to fucking come up. Get up out the hood, get up out the fucking slums, out of the fucked up situations that you in. Because these government assistant programs, man, it is just It is minute. It is a small fraction of what y'all really could have achieved and what y'all really could have earned on the back end if y'all really took advantage of it like that. But they don't think that way. That's why I'm saying I wish I could have gotten as much as that assistance as y'all motherfucking women that would have got. I mean, as y'all women gotten, man. I wish I could have gotten that much assistance, dude, because I would have had so much of that money, man. I wouldn't. Well, I would have known what to do with it. I would have used that exact same blueprint that I just laid out. I used that shit. I would have said, okay, well, they giving me $450 every week for free, plus food, plus free cars, plus free this, plus Section 8 housing. So majority of all my bills and my expenses are paid for. So what am I going to do with all this extra money on the side? I'm invested. And I'm going to create my own fucking business. I'm going to create my own, you know what I'm saying, source of revenue outside of these programs. So when they do go away, I'll have this on the side. And then I'll have also all this money that I stacked up from these programs. Because these motherfucking programs, they gave it to you, but did they say anywhere that you have to spend it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. With no restrictions, no strings attached. And then on top of that, these hoes really think that the money's free, but it's not. It's coming out of, again, the average taxpayer's fucking pocket, man. It's coming out of the average taxpayer's wallet. And like Angry Man said, like that shit was put in place as one group to abuse it and another group to subsidize it. And now look, now y'all in a situation where y'all don't know what to do. But if y'all would have realized this shit as the perfect opportunity to come up, to be self-sufficient, and to actually use these programs to help build our community back up to where we don't need the programs anymore. So when they shut down, the shit won't even affect us not one bit. They'll be like, oh, what, a food stamp program gone? Well, we got our own food stamp program in the black community, right? Y'all black people could have created, black people could have created their own fucking food stamp program if they would have taken advantage of the assistance that the government was giving them. Well, that the government was taking out of the average taxpayer's fucking pockets when it came to these programs. Y'all could have used that shit as a way to create your own programs, to have the money continuously cycling in the community. But that didn't happen, man. They went and spent it on fucking Gucci. They went and spent it on Michael Kors. They went and spent it on shit that's, they went and spent, again, they took the exact same money that these programs gave them, that these people gave them outside of the community, just for them to put it right back into their hands outside of the community, instead of taking that money to help build up the community themselves. That's why you see the Asians, the Koreans, they're not going anywhere. They're going to continue to rape the community slow. Right? And I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Again, this was a perfect fucking opportunity. And I know people, you know, got they fucking they dealings with the government, got their opinions about it, whatnot, governmental structure that oppressed us, that oppressed black people for X amount of years. Man, this shit's oppressing everybody. The government system that we live in, it's designed to oppress everybody. And it's designed to keep everybody fucking divided, you know, and keep everybody, and keep the blame on everybody else. But, I mean, some of the blame is rightfully so. It's fucking justified. Because, again, y'all black women, if y'all really gave a fuck about the community like that, instead of yourselves, instead of only thinking about the fucking weekend and only thinking about turning up on Fridays and trying to get dick and cheap liquor on the weekend and shit like that, y'all should have thought bigger. And y'all should have, if y'all would have thought bigger, and if y'all would have thought long term, y'all would have seen this shit as, again, perfect fucking opportunity to invest back into the black community, to where the black community can thrive again. And then once we get back up to like Wall Street, then we'll put a fucking defense force in place to protect the community and to protect the interests that we have. That's why you see most of these corporations and most of these other institutions outside of the community, they have protection because they just not gonna let anybody run up in their community and manipulate what they got going on. That's working for them, right? It's sad, man. And it just made me so fucking frustrated. It made me so frustrated thinking about this shit. And you know what I'm saying? The shit that Angry Man was, the points that he was making, man, like now thinking about it, it's like not only are y'all bitches sitting here saying that men ain't shit, but at the same time leeching off of men, taking advantage of the hard working efforts that men are putting towards or men are putting forth in society, taking advantage of their tax dollars. Y'all squandered a perfect opportunity to be able to take these quote unquote ain't shit men and give them opportunities to be fucking men of statute, a men of stature, a men of high caliber that y'all so-called quote unquote wanted. To be honest, man, it was all up to y'all. If you really want to think about it like that, because this is now becoming a matriarchal society. So if y'all black women wanted to see motherfucking black people come up and see the community striving and blossoming into whatever it is or whatever it was before, right back during the 60s and shit like that. If y'all wanted to see the black community actually come up and actually have something sustainable and actually have something developed that we can call our own, then y'all would have followed that blueprint that I laid out and y'all would have taken advantage of that shit and, you know, had your own little tweaks here and there, but at the same time, y'all would have had something established. Y'all would have taken advantage of these fucking programs that the government offered y'all, basically giving y'all free money, like I said, and establish something within our community, or what's left of it. And then these men would have saw that shit, and they would have been like, well, holy shit. Maybe these women was really up to something. And then that would have made a motherfucker like me respect y'all more. If y'all would have utilized the money like that to help build up y'all so-called community that y'all so-called love so much. And that y'all so-called want to see thrive. But no, y'all didn't do that shit. And it's sad to see that shit happening, man. It's sad to see that one of the most perfect opportunities to I feel like basically the government basically gave black people a chance to come up out of the fucked up situations that, number one, they put them into to begin with. This was kind of low-key the reparations that y'all asked for. If you think about it that way, all of these assistant programs, I mean, it wasn't like reparations for everybody across the board. Like when it comes to men, obviously we ain't get the fucking shit. But y'all should have looked at it as okay, they don't want to give men these programs, so we're going to go in and take advantage of these programs and then come back and help our men. Come back and help the black man that we so-called love and care about and want to see, you know what I'm saying, on the up and shit. And we're going to create something similar to these programs that they're giving us, because we generated and we took the money that they're giving us for free and we created something. But no, y'all don't think that far ahead. And now look, this is exactly what the fuck happened for not thinking that far ahead. Y'all don't know what to fucking do. Y'all scared y'all gonna get y'all food stamps cut. They ain't even cut them off yet. That's just if the government shutdown goes all the way up until March. Then y'all should really be fucking worried. But see, if instead of y'all again thinking about creating y'all own programs for yourselves because y'all got enough money in the community, or better yet, y'all got these revenue generators in the community to help fund these programs specifically for black people and to give black people jobs, careers, and shit like that. and put black people back to work because these jobs are all black owned, and give black people the courage and motivation to produce for their society and for their communities instead of waiting on these corporations like Walmart, like all these other big corporations that everybody goes shop to. What's wrong with having a black Walmart? What's wrong with having a black owned retail store, a black owned weave store, black owned makeup store, whatever? All the shit that y'all get outside of the fucking community. That's raping y'all slow. But that's raping us slow. This was the perfect opportunity, man. Because y'all were getting thousands upon thousands of dollars collectively. No, not collectively, individually. I'm sorry. That shit probably add up to the billions collectively. Because keep in mind, y'all been on these programs for years. It done became a lifestyle. Instead of y'all using it as a tactic to be able to create, again, programs and benefits outside of the fucking government assisted programs and shit. Y'all could have had y'all own fucking economic security fucking office. Y'all could have had y'all own fucking black assistant programs and shit like that. And then, hey, who's to say that, you know, if we have black owned businesses in a different reality, excuse me. Oh shit, in a different reality, we have these black owned businesses, right? And our communities thriving. We can do business with other corporations outside of the community, but keep it at a business level and make sure that these these other businesses don't take advantage of the businesses that we have already established in a different reality, of course. Because this one is fucked. We had one fucking shot, and it was a long. This was the longest opportunity to take advantage of the shit. But yet we want to holler about, and I'm not going to say we're not oppressed, but if you have this fucking golden goose nest egg like this, you had this golden fucking opportunity to turn this motherfucking, to flip this goddamn oppression around. To turn these motherfucking benefits out here to create something that you can benefit off of in the long run that's even a bigger benefit. Because at one point, the black community was making more money than the federal government. If y'all go do y'all homework. It's so fucking sad, dude. It is so fucking sad. What the fuck happened, man? What the hell happened? How come nobody didn't see this shit coming, man? Or better yet, how come nobody didn't see this shit at all? You got motherfuckers out here who is way older than I am, who been on these assistant programs way longer than me, and I see the shit. I saw the fucking opportunity. And it clicked more in my head the more I was thinking about it. But that's the thing, though. Y'all don't think. Black people don't think no more. Black women don't think no more. They have other opinions and other thoughts put into their head. They go off of other people's fucking ideas, off of other people's fucking opinions on what they think the world works, on how they think the world works. Even though they're not really telling them the truth on that shit. It's so fucking sad, man. It's so fucking sad to see that black women had the most perfect, if not perfect, but damn near close to perfect opportunity to take advantage of free fucking money, man. Free money, free healthcare, free daycare, free housing. Majority of all y'all bills and expenses and food was paid for. So all you had to do was make money, make money, make money, make money. And then save that money, stash that money, and then continue to make money, make money, make money, and use that money that you made, that you don't have stashed up, obviously. Use that money that you made to invest in something or create something to be a revenue generator to make you more money, and then use that money as a revenue generator. And if you're still on the assistance, if you're still on the assistance and they still allow you to motherfucking make money, if they still allow you, but even if they cut you off, you got this fucking revenue generator over here that's making you X amount of money. You got all this money stashed up, so you ain't nowhere near broke. And then you take that money and you invest it back in your community if you want to see them thrive. And then you influence and encourage black people to follow that blueprint, so that way, because guess what, they're going to make money too. And then you influence them and encourage them to take back that money that they made. Of course, have them stash it and have them invest in themselves, obviously. Take that money, invest it into themselves, and basically give them the blueprint to have them create a revenue generator for not only them, but for their community as well. Put black people back to work, and then make them compete. You see how the cycle would basically have every black person creating their own fucking revenue generator, so that way no black person will ever be fucking broke again. Everybody would be too busy making fucking money, and then influence black people and encourage them to spend within their community, because then everybody will have their own creative business, whatever it is, whether it's music, they want to sell clothes, they want to sell shoes, it's all black owned. But it's so sad, man. It is so sad. And then you know what? You knew who, and what I'm trying to say. And black women, if y'all would have done that, black men would have given y'all all the fucking praise to the end of time, because y'all basically would have been the ones that saved the fucking community by using this. And of course, you would have had men help you along the way. But at the end of the day, instead of y'all bitches making these Me Too movements and shit like that, and trying to demonize black men because y'all fucking brainwashed by feminism, y'all should have cooperated with black men. And then black men would have turned around and given y'all the respect that y'all worked so hard for, by doing that, following that blueprint that I laid out, thus saving the black community. But hey, this is what happens when you squander a perfect opportunity. You shoot yourself in the foot. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. Peace.